speaking of good actors, there's somebody that's currently an owner of a team.
Oh,
and a general manager of a team. He needs to direct his attention to acting.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, a future Oscar winner, I believe. Here's Jerry Jones in Landman.
I'm not saying I've done anything right, but I made my mind up a long time ago. I was going to work with my kids. They're involved in everything. They're involved in my leasing, oil and gas, real estate. And so when I got to Cowboys, I got it so that we could all work together. I thought I was doing it for them. But the one that got the most out of it was me. I just know it's not going to be this time, but you're going to be sitting here sometime in the future, laying here sometime in the future. And this room's going to be full of your business associates and the people you've worked with all your life. And more than likely, your children and family are going to be there because they're your children and your family. But you could have them there because they're the people you spent your life with, you worked with, you fell down with, you got up with. Not just Thanksgiving, Christmas. That's who you want to be with. So when that time comes like this, it's a celebration of your life, and you're not wishing you'd spend a little more time seeing a few more sons come up. That's the trick. That's the trick. Because that's going to be your glory. But I'm pretty proud of them Cowboys. I'm pretty proud of the stuff we've done in oil and gas. It pales in comparison to how proud I am to have lived my life working with my kids. You got a chance to do something about that. I hope you will. And I'll tell you, young man, you're no spring chicken. And you ought to listen to little Liz yourself.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm a few eggs short of a spring chicken, that's for sure.
Think a lot of both of you guys.
Feelings mutual. Thank you, Jerry.
Okay. Don't make me get my rubber glove out.
Boy. Tell Jeannie I said hi.
Good to see you, Mr. Jones.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Huh?
Kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude, he had a little twitch in his eye there, and then he hits a very Thanksgiving, Christmas. He all starts crying there. That was wonderful. I'm gonna go watch Landman because of that.
Yeah, good show.
Legit start watching the show after I saw it on X. I saw it on X, went in probably 3 episodes in. Great decision.
That had to be his speech. Unless that is somebody else's script. That's somebody else's script, you think, Tashman?
That's Taylor Sheridan, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's also Jerry's life.
Do you remember what fucking Jerry just said when he was on? Yeah, that's Jerry. That's Taylor Sheridan right there. Now, him being
really
able
good.
to deliver it is very impressive, hitting all those beats and everything, but no. Jerry wouldn't fucking ad-libbing that. No way.
What?
Not a chance.
Like Stephen Jones sees it,
Hold on.
he comes over.
Hold on.
Come on now.
I think that was, you're saying, no, like Nick Saban said.
50-50.
In The Blind Side.
Maybe a couple words were his own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bingo. Had to have been. More than 50-50.
I think Jerry-
If that's the case, he is maybe the greatest thespian on our fucking
Jerry's
planet.
He was feeling the
Yeah.
real feelings.
There might be a chance that Jerry went in and was like, I got this. And then did what he did earlier, just babbling, saying nothing. And they were like, all right.
Taylor was like,
that was great, Jerry. Now why don't you try my version? And then boom, we get that. And it's.
Coach Saban told the story this year that Blindside, they wrote up a script for how he needs to recruit, Michael Orr. And he said, all right, I'll read all this. Can I just do it? And then if it doesn't work, I'll read all right. Because they wanted him to say things that I'm sure he got so mad about. He was probably so frustrated. I'm not, that ain't how it goes. All right. And he ad-libbed a line about some decoration that was on the set.
Sconces?
Yeah, I think it was something along that, like some word to Sandra Bullock, right? She was the mom in that. And they had just like an ad-lib moment on that. That was all Nick Saban. Then when he sits down, he starts selling. It's just like him doing basically his thing.
I think Coach Saban's a little more with it at the current moment than old Jerry.
A speech about life and then trying not to give away your business plans are two different things.
From last year.
How awesome was that from Jerry? That was fucking awesome.
I'm telling you, I was starting to get emotional the first time I saw the clip, and then I'm like, wait, Jerry's crying too here. Like, it was, honestly, Jerry needs to do some more acting. We need to get him into more stuff.
That's what I'm saying. And he said in an interview that this wasn't an investment. I'm not just sitting back and watching TV. This is something to do with my kids. Work with his kids in this entire thing. Maybe, Jared, let the kids do a little bit more with the Cowboys, and you focus on being old white guy in movies. There's a lot of those needed. There's a lot of movies that is needed. And could you imagine these writers? Who is this one?
Taylor Sheridan.
Okay, there's a lot of talented writers.
Yellowstone.
Right? There's a lot of crop ones too.
A lot of crop.
A lot of shite ones, but there's a lot of really good ones. Imagine if they're told, "Hey, Jerry Jones is available," as like the things that people would write for Jerry, especially with that. It's like, I think we're looking at a fucking potential Oscar winner.
That was phenomenal.
No doubt.
So good.
Yeah.
Learned about this video from Get Up this morning. It was Jerry Jones talking about Mike McCarthy and his contract and interviewing. I'll let Jerry talk because, we can't talk for Jerry.
Jerry, is there a reality where Mike is back with a different offensive play calling?
Well, anything is possible. And
Where are those mics?
because of contract status,
The guy behind him.
most of the fans that I have, most of the fans want everybody to be on the incentive plan. Everybody wants it to be on the incentive plan. And so the more you can have the incentive plan, to me, the better you've got the way sports is aligned with sports and a goal of having accomplishment, and you align that with the financial end of it. For instance, I might say, look, I'm going to pay you this much, but then I'll pay you not anymore, and I know you want twice that.
Okay.
But if you get to the playoffs or you win a Super Bowl, I'll give you 5 times that.
Oh, you play 75%.
The guy across the street might
Fans
They're wrapping their arms around it from behind him.
Exactly, and then you've got a decision. For sure.
I'm a
How can you
Kleenex.
know that if he's not allowed to talk to you until January 14th?
Then
great
I would
actor,
say
though.
go talk.
He told Mike McCarthy here to go talk.
I really would. Go talk.
So it sounds like you
I
will
just
allow
let
him.
Zeke do that.
Gotcha.
Just signed with Chargers.
I don't want anybody here. That's not healthy to have somebody around that wants to be someplace else. Really, it's not. And there's too many ways for everybody to go to be around where you don't want to be.
Of course.
So Greedy. So when Jerry's saying, it's not good to have guys around who want to, does he know that he hasn't given Mike McCarthy an extension or a contract, and he does have to give him permission to go talk? Or is he just going to hold him in limbo forever?
Look, it's so hard to have this conversation because I don't want things to sound disrespectful. I think all of us know less about football for having listened to those 45 seconds. There's literally nothing that he just said that made any sense at all. There are so many things the fans would like, but it's just not the way the sport has ever been. Yes, there are incentives, and by the way, the Cowboys actually just made sure that their backup quarterback Cooper Rush
I did not know that. They told me that before the game. I was training. Everybody's calling me
$250,000 incentive. So none of the things he just said, and I hate this to sound as disrespectful as it does. Literally none of it made sense. Okay, there's not one thing he just said that made sense. So it's very hard to react to any part of it. Here's what I will say. If you want to suggest that what he's doing that there's a plan involved in what he's doing, then the way it would make sense, and I don't think that this is what's actually happening, but here's how it would make sense, is if you're trying to have your cake and eat it too, which is to say you have someone in mind that you want to see if you can get them. And if you can't get them, you want to bring Mike McCarthy back. And you can't bring back McCarthy until you don't want to officially bring back McCarthy until you find that out. So let him go. Count on the fact that if he goes and interviews in Chicago or New Orleans or whatever it is, that if you tell him you want him back, that he will come back, that he'll want to stay where he's been, and he won't want to leave the Dallas Cowboys because of all of the things that come with being the Dallas Cowboys. And so if there's someone in mind, and I don't know who that would be, but that could be anyone from Ben Johnson to Deion Sanders to once upon a time I thought it would have been Bill Belichick, but that obviously ship has sailed, or whoever it might be, Steve Sarkisian, and anyone who it is you have it in your mind. If I could get that guy, I will hire him and not bring back McCarthy. That's the way this would make sense. Now the timing of it probably has no chance of working. And again, I'm probably giving them much too much credit for having an actual plan when there's been no evidence at any point in the last year that they've had one. But that would be the only way in the world that the way they're handling this would make sense to me.
And I think I read a quote, and once again, it's on the internet, so who knows if it's real. Somebody asked Jerry if he's ever going to go hands off and pass the team on, and he said, I didn't buy the Cowboys as an investment. I bought it as something to do. Like, this is my job for the rest of my life. Like, he's going to be in there until the wheels fall off, and people are wondering if that has happened, especially with how the team has gone. And Big Mike McCarthy in this coaching cycle could be a hot commodity because he's a culture builder, right, AJ? I never played for him, but he is a guy that I think we're spinning back into, hey, we need somebody that's able to get toughness in here, get everybody rowing in the right direction. You played for him, won a championship with him. He referenced that championship in a press conference not too long ago. He would be a good guy in this particular market.